Man, oh man, it is good to be back. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this week's edition of the Weekly Pointers News Update, where I catch you up on all the news you may have missed regarding credit cards, points, miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. And I've been gone. I've been in New York City. I've been in Paris, using the points and miles that I talk about all the time on this channel, and it's great to be back with you today. We've got a lot of stories to cover. We've got elevated offers from Citi. We've got some transfer bonuses, and I need your thoughts on watching R-rated movies on an airplane, because there is a story that came out recently from a Reddit poster that posed this question after an incident that they had on a recent flight. So we've got that and a lot more on this week's edition. If you do find this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts. We are going to be talking about several cards during this video, and if you're interested in applying for any of those cards, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. When you apply using that referral link, it greatly helps support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. Like I said, just got back from my trip from Paris. I'm gonna have reviews of the business class flights. I'm gonna have reviews of the properties that we stayed at, and much more, so stay tuned for that. But for right now, we have news to cover. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. First things first, I want to get this out of the way. Personal finance is very important, and part of that is paying your taxes. Tax day is coming up this week, April the 18th, so make sure you file your taxes before that deadline. If you do need an extension, you can certainly do that as well. To file a tax extension for free, you need to do that by submitting Form 4868 to the IRS by April the 18th to get that extension, and that gives you till October 16th, 2023 to file your federal tax return. So make sure you take care of that, get your affairs in order, and hey, if you owe taxes, don't forget, paying taxes is a great way to meet a minimum spend on a card. So if you want to pick up a card, or if you've got one already that you're interested in meeting min spend on, pay your tax bill on it. That helps out a ton. I've done it several times. Let me know how you pay your taxes down in the comments below. This next story is just a quick reminder to all of you. We are already in the second quarter of 2023, and as such, there are new categories with the Chase Freedom Flex card. If you have not done so already, go ahead and activate your 5 times multiplier for the bonus categories in this quarter. Right now, those 5 times categories up to $1,500 in spend this quarter are for Amazon purchases and Lowe's. And something to keep in mind, because in the fine print when this originally came out, and this is really important, Whole Foods was listed in the fine print on the 5 times category with Chase when this was announced. However, we are hearing reports of people that are going to Whole Foods and using their Freedom Flex card, but not necessarily getting the 5 times points that they are supposed to be getting. However, that is getting rectified once they contact Chase. So this could be an instance where Chase had Whole Foods listed in the terms and conditions in the fine print and maybe just forgot to take it back out. We're not 100% sure, but if you're seeing that right now, let us know down in the comments. We need some more data points on this, but let us know your experience with this. And if you've already forgotten to activate your 5 times categories, let us know down in the comments as well, so others don't feel so crazy for doing the same thing. I've done it myself. It's not the end of the world. Activate it now. And while we're sticking with Chase, there is a transfer bonus right now with Chase that I want to make sure you're aware of. So there's a transfer bonus of 25% from Chase Ultimate Rewards to Flying Blue that is good through May the 15th. So you can take advantage of this if you want to fly to Europe this summer on Air France or KLM. And there seems to be some good award availability from a few US airports to CDG this summer and the fall, so make sure you take a look at that. And also remember that Flying Blue has monthly promos, and the promos for April include several short and long haul routes, most notably 50% savings on economy seats from ATL to Europe. If you plan on taking advantage of this transfer bonus, let us know down below. All right, now let's get into some elevated welcome offers, and I love a good welcome offer. If you've watched this channel long enough, you know that the best way to accumulate massive amounts of points is to meet welcome offer minimum spends. And there are some cards from Citi right now that have some pretty good welcome offers that you'll want to take advantage of. First is the Citi Advantage Platinum Select World Elite MasterCard. Possibly the longest name in the credit card industry, I don't know. But right now you can earn 75,000 American Airlines miles after $3,500 spend within the first 4 months. And the annual fee of $99 is also waived for the first year. That's a pretty big deal. There are no foreign transaction fees on this card. You'll get your first check bag free. And this offer was offered last year as well. The standard bonus on it is typically around 60,000 miles, so this is elevated. I would recommend taking advantage of this. And this is a card that I'll actually be applying for probably this week to take advantage of the offer myself. Next is the Citi Rewards Plus card. And this is a card that we've done a review of on the channel already. I'll put the link for that down in the description below. Typically, this has a welcome offer hovering around 20,000 thank you points. However, there is now a 25,000 thank you points bonus, and the minimum spend requirement is still the same of $1,500. And this is great because when you spend on the card, it automatically rounds up to the next 10 whenever you're earning points. So for example, if you buy a $1 item and you earn 1 thank you point, it automatically rounds up to the next 10, and you'll be able to get 10 thank you points out of that $1 purchase. So just think about that, how quickly that could add up. I think this is a very interesting card if you've had your eyes on it. Yes, moving from 20 to 25,000 isn't that big of a deal, but if you've had your eye on it and you've had it as one of those 2 or 3 cards that you've considered getting with Citi, then now is the time to pull the trigger on it and go ahead and pick this card up. And finally, the Citi Premier card. It's offering a 75,000 thank you point bonus after $4,000 spend in the first 3 months. It does have a $95 annual fee, and that is not waived for the first year. Now, I know what you may be saying, hey Brandon, haven't there been better offers on this card? Yeah, but not by much, all right? The offer that we took advantage of was for 80,000 thank you points, so 75,000 isn't that bad. The typical offer hovers around 60,000 thank you points. So again, if you've had your eye on this card, now is the time to pick it up. I like to think this card is the 3 times multiplier card because it gives you 3 times points on categories that almost everybody is going to utilize every single month. And those 3 times categories are at restaurants, including takeout, 3 times at supermarkets, 3 times at gas stations, 3 times air travel, and 3 times hotels. So I think this is a great card. It's one I think at some point, if you're interested in Citi, you should definitely take a look at the Citi Premier card. And yes, it's not the highest offer we've ever seen on it, but it's pretty dang close. I wouldn't have any hesitation taking advantage of that. And out of those 3 Citi cards, which one do you think is the most appealing? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Now let's talk about a transfer bonus for American Express membership rewards. You can currently earn a 30% transfer bonus when you transfer American Express membership rewards points to Hilton Honors points. Now normally you can transfer 1,000 membership rewards points and receive 2,000 Hilton Honors points, but during this promotion, you'll be able to receive 2,600 Hilton Honors points for those 1,000 membership rewards. And this offer is valid through April 30th, 2023. This transfer bonus is great. If you have a current trip already planned and you need to top off with some additional Hilton Honors points, definitely take advantage of this. I would not take out big chunks of membership rewards and just convert those all to Hilton Honors points. I think that's a bad use of points because there are better options out there. But if you already have a use case, or if you have a trip coming up where you need to top off, make sure you take advantage of this transfer bonus and let me know if you plan on doing so down below. TSA has released their list of the most annoying people at the airport. Do you fall into one of these categories? Let's dig in a little bit. The first is what they call the rule breaker, and this person tops the list. These are the people that carry items on that they're not supposed to. So this is like pocket knives or oversized liquids, bottle openers, things like that. And they say that this is an issue because it basically causes a temporary closure of the entire screening lane and screening process, and it's a huge headache for the TSA. The next one is the flyer with faulty luggage. So these are people that maybe have a broken zipper on their luggage, or if the suitcase is packed so full and they need to unzip it, they can't zip it back together because it is packed so tightly. So they highly recommend, if you have broken zippers, to use zip ties as temporary pull tabs. The next person is the overdressed traveler. So this is the traveler that wears multiple layers of clothing, and on top of that, they do say that people that wear boots that have laces that go halfway up their leg and they have to undo the laces in order to get their shoes in the security bins, it takes a lot of time, it holds up the line, so be more cognizant of what you're wearing when you go through the security line. And the next two are kind of the same: people that get to the airport a little bit too late or in a hurry, or people that are impatient in general. So if you look at that, it pretty much covers everybody that goes to the airport. So I guess TSA is saying that they hate all of us. Now seriously, let me know which category you fall into, or if you don't fall into one of these named categories, what would your label be as a traveler? Would you be the overdressed traveler? Would you be the rule breaker traveler? What would your name be? Let me know down below. And this next story is really interesting. You know, on the Weekly Pointers news update, I always like to bring up a scenario of a travel experience or a finance experience that someone has had. They've posted about it online and they need to get some feedback. In this case, this poster from Reddit had a recent experience on a plane that was a little bit unpleasant. So this man was sitting on a flight. He was watching a movie on his iPad. It was one of the Deadpool movies. Now, I've never watched Deadpool, so I couldn't tell you anything about it, but it is an R-rated film. And during one of the scenes of the movie, spoiler alert, one of the main characters basically gets ripped in half with their blood and guts spilling out everywhere. And I guess this is fine. This is an adult man watching this movie on his iPad. However, when the man got torn in half in the movie, a small child screamed in the row behind him, and it turns out that the little kid was watching the movie with the man. He was peeking through the seats to watch the movie, and the guy had no idea that the kid was watching it. So this upset the mother, and she said, "How in the world could you watch a movie like that with all that blood and gore on a plane in front of other people? Now you've upset my son." This led to a huge argument on the plane and caused a really tense situation for the rest of the flight. So this begs several different questions. Does the man have any responsibility whatsoever to look around and see if other people are watching the movie on his iPad? Second, should you be allowed to watch R-rated films on a plane? And third, have you ever been in one of these scenarios? Have you ever been watching a movie like this and wondered, oh man, I hope nobody else sees this? Or have you been sitting next to someone that's watching a movie or TV show that made you a little bit uncomfortable? This opens up a lot of questions. I've got to know what you think about this. In my personal opinion, I don't think the guy is at fault here because the airlines themselves put these R-rated movies in their entertainment packages, all right? I've watched Get Out recently on a flight, and that's got some blood and gore and that kind of stuff in it, but I didn't really worry about who was around me. I just watched it anyway, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below. And if you're familiar with the Weekly Pointers news update, you know I like to end the show on a good food deal. This week is no exception, and this week we're going to Raising Cane's. So right now, Cane's has a deal where you can get a free box combo when you sign up for their rewards program. So here's how you do it. You head to your local participating Raising Cane's location and you ask a crew member for a Caniac Club card. Then you come back to the sign up page online and click register your card. You enter your contact info and verify your email address. Once your email is verified, you will receive your first free benefit of the box combo in 2 days. That's a lot of extra steps in my opinion, but to be fair, the cane sauce is so good that I would wait days for it. I don't have any problem with it. It's one of the most delicious things on planet Earth. So hey, take advantage of this. If you have a Cane's nearby, let me know if you plan on doing so down below. Well, this has been a very fun episode. We covered a lot of different topics. We talked about taxes, we talked about some elevated offers, some transfer bonuses, and watching R-rated movies on a flight. A lot of different topics this week, but that's why you tune into this show, because I try to cover it all and make it as entertaining for you as possible. So let me know which story you found most interesting down below, and if you have any tips, tricks, or pointers on anything I mentioned today, make sure you leave that down in the comments as well, because it definitely will help someone out. And keep in mind, if you are interested in applying for any card mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. When you apply using that referral link, it greatly helps support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts, and if you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click, you're gonna get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, Raising Cane's combos, and everything in between, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. We'll see you soon.